Bright lights city gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the South Alabama Jaguars taking on the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Jaguars will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Fast motion from the offense. To the ground, he's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
To throw, it's Maldonado. It's complete to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Here comes the option. Now the toss. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Now on 2nd and short. Off play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Malone. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To the ground with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Caught behind the line. It's Kendricks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Back to pass. It's Maldonado. And he intercepts it. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He lets it fly. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
What did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass, this quarterback getting a little bit of confidence, this passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. kickoff, Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Maldonado. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He finds his man. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Jaguars decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He leaves it with his back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. All kinds of running room. The 10. Touchdown, UNLV. A great catch and run for 6.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
They'll run play action. Moving out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Jaguars line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Slings it downfield. Working on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he doinked it off the right upright. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 10 over Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Unloads it left. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Quarterback checking off. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Looking to throw on second down. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's not. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They're setting up the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UNLV! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Maldonado. Fires on the move. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best, to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Maldonado. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Rebels! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return. Just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Give to the back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Jaguars will punt this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. The give from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Motion from the offense. The give to the back. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Running backs square their shoulders up. That's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quick handoff. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Running to the left. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll try it over the left side.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Jaguars getting set on 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
They'll run it from the gun. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Trying to slam in. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, South Alabama, 14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
quickly complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. They'll go right back to the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down coming. They'll try to run for it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.